looking for council members Tuma, Jones, Stevens, Simon, and Brady.
Other than that, we're ready to go, huh?
Other than that, yes, sir. Jones, Simon.
Gene, it's okay, I can't do that. My screen is still showing the meeting host will let you in soon, and so I can't get in and do anything.
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, we can see and hear you.
Do you want to try logging out and logging back in?
Dale, can you hear us?
I see Dale.
Yeah,
saw
so do I.
him. Yeah, we see you, Dale.
Okay, now
You're in.
I got in.
You've been
Okay,
in.
perfect.
Thank you.
Dale, you've been here
I
the
was-
whole time.
My screen was frozen for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my screen was frozen. My
You're in
my
a-
cursor couldn't even move. I had to
Oh,
hit
wow.
Control Alt Delete to release it.
We're having that issue today, it seems, but the only one, because we're limited on the number of blocks I can see, the only council member I'm looking for is Ms. Stevens. Anyone see her?
Jean, she should be joining the meeting now.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, is everybody in?
I pressed the option to admit her and just keep saying joining, so maybe it's frozen.
Ugh. I hope it's not my day.
Gotta love technology.
Looks like we made it in, Yvonne, in
Yes, we
time.
did.
What happened to my camera?
I see you now.
There you are.
There we go.
No-
There's Ms. Stevens. Looks like
no
we
wonder-
have everyone, Mr. President.
No wonder we're having trouble. I just checked online and Mercury goes into retrograde today.
That explains it.
All I know is
Thanks,
that
Dale,
my
you're right.
internet didn't want to let me in.
Clarity. Oh, yeah.
Don't sign contracts during Mercury retrograde.
Right.
Anything
Oops.
major life.
My bad, I already did.
Uh-oh.
Should we continue with the meeting?
Today?
Or
Yes,
is-
Mr. President, we
Do I
are ready to
time?
go. We are
Okay.
streaming on YouTube.
Okay,
Whenever
very
you
good.
get the word.
Calling to order the Ihog County Council meeting, the regular meeting for Tuesday, October the 13th, 2020. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Schron,
Here,
Ms. Conwell,
Present.
Mr. Jones,
here,
Ms. Brown,
Here.
Ms. Stevens,
Present.
Ms. Simon,
Here.
Ms. Baker,
Here.
Mr. Tuma, or I'm sorry, Mr. Miller,
Present.
Mr. Tuma,
here.
Mr. Gallagher,
Here.
Council President Brady.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you. Before we go on, I just wanted to offer the council and the staff's condolences to Councilman Jones and the passing of his father. I'm sure several of you have already done that, but wanted to do it for all of us today. So, we're thinking about you, Purnell, and we want you to know it.
Thank you, Dan, and all my colleagues. I really appreciate your support. You know, my dad was my hero, and but we're gonna celebrate his life. He lived a good life, and we're gonna celebrate it next week.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Is there any public comment, Madam Clerk?
Yes, Mr. President, we received an email from Mr. Larry Heller regarding resolution number 2020-0219 having to do with the proposed settlement, which I distributed that to all the council members. And also you should have received an email from Ms. Lou regarding the women's shelter.
Okay, thank you. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes for September the 29th Committee of the Whole and regular meeting?
So
I
moved.
so move, Miller.
Been moved and seconded by Conwell. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, minutes are approved. Under the announcement from the council president, we, in a normal time, we would have folks in on this proclamation that we do every year, but that's not the case this year. But we have a proclamation commemorating October as Disability Employment Awareness Month in Cuyahoga County. And I believe the clerk will read the proclamation into the record. Announcement from the council president,
All right. Sounds like we're getting a little backlash. So if everyone could please put on your mute buttons, we'd appreciate it. All right, reading into the record, the proclamation declaring Disability Employment Awareness Month for October 2020, whereas the annual observance of Disability Employment Awareness Month is designed to recognize the contribution of workers with disabilities, the effort to educate the American public about issues related to disability and employment actually began in 1945 when Congress enacted a law declaring the first week of October each year National Employ the Physically Handicapped Week. And whereas in 1962, the word physically was removed to acknowledge the employment needs and contributions of individuals with all types of disabilities. In 1988, Congress expanded the week to a month and changed the name to National Disability Employment Awareness Month. And whereas this is the nation's 75th observance of Disability Employment Awareness Month, which is administered by the Department Office of Disability Employment Policy. This year also marks the commemoration of the 30th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And whereas this observance presents us with the opportunity to increase the public's awareness of the contributions and skills of American workers with disabilities. Programs carried out during this month will also highlight the specific barriers that still need to be addressed and removed. And whereas the 2020 observance theme is increasing access and opportunity and builds on the founding fathers' philosophy that the new nation sees every human being having inherent worth bestowed upon them by the Creator, and that equality is a fundamental right. And whereas Americans with disabilities strengthen our country's workforce by enhancing the workplace environment for people with disabilities, employers can help provide access to jobs that allow these individuals to demonstrate their potential and realize their dreams. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Council of Cuyahoga County, Ohio hereby proclaims the month of October 2020 as Disability Employment Awareness Month. Cuyahoga County recognizes the importance of the critical need to expanding resources and access to individuals with disabilities and improving their quality of life.
thank you very much, Madam Clerk. Now I believe we have a message from the executive.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. The election has started and seems to be going very well. I want to give you an update. As of yesterday, 317,000 ballot applications have been received, and about 1,500 to 2,000 per day are still coming in. So far, about 285,000 ballots have actually gone out, and the normal return rate for ballots, filled out ballots, is about 90%. During 2016, a total of 200,000 mail ballots were received for the entire election. So we're looking at an increase of more than 40% so far. About 9,000 people have come into the Board of Elections to vote in person, which is almost double the numbers from 2016 at this stage. The lines have been long sometimes and short at others. Yesterday was pretty steady. 449 people came from 8 to 10 a.m., 445 people from 10 to 12, 429 people from 12 to 2, and 613 people from 2 to 5. People can check the Board of Elections website to see the best times to come in and vote. For people who want to track their applications and their ballot, the BOE website will have that too. Our Sheriff's Department has met with the BOE folks and developed an excellent security plan. All you have to do is drive by and you can see our deputies in Cleveland Traffic Control out. We have personnel at the Campus International and the Halley Warehouse as well. And deputies are providing security escorts whenever ballots are transported. So I want to give a big thank you to our Board of Elections, our Sheriff's Department, and our Department of Public Works for ensuring all safety measures are being taken. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Executive. We've been waiting a long time for this election. I'm sure everyone would agree. Legislation introduced by council. Consideration of resolutions of council for first reading under adoption, adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor? Aye.
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 All right, the rules are suspended. Madam Clerk.
Resolution number 2020-0214, providing for the appointment of Andrea Richardson as Clerk of Council to serve the Council of Cuyahoga County.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Moved and seconded. I believe Mr. McAleer has a little bit of an overview to give us about this process.
Good afternoon, council members. Trevor McAleer, County Council staff. Before you today is legislation to hire council's next clerk of council to replace Jean, who will be retiring at the end of the month. As you all know, the clerk of council is a mandated position in the county charter. The job was posted for 2.5 weeks. We received 27 applicants for the position. 4 candidates were selected for an interview with some council members and council staff. As all 4 candidates were very well qualified, the interview team ultimately selected Andrea Richardson as the recommended candidate to the full council. If approved today, Andrea's start date will be Monday, October 26th. This will provide a week overlap with Jean and Andrea. Thank you all for your consideration.
Thank you, Trevor. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. And I guess Miss Richardson is not actually here, but
She is on, Dan.
Mr.
Oh,
President.
she is on. Well, welcome aboard, Andrea. And Jean, I know you've got one more meeting, and it's certainly been a long service for you, for the county, not only for the council, but for the commissioners before us. But we'll have a little more to say about that at the next meeting. Okay, next resolution.
Resolution number 2020-0215, approving an amendment to a collective bargaining agreement between Cuyahoga County Board of Developmental Disabilities and Service Employees International Union, District 1199, West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, the Healthcare and Social Services Union, representing approximately 225 employees in various classifications and support administration for the period January 1, 2018 through December 31, 2020, to extend the time period to December 31, 2021, and to modify Article 20B documentation standard and Article 34 wages.
All right, we had Kelly Petty from the Department of Development in to the executive session to discuss this with us. And the council will not be taking any action on this item, as is our tradition. Consideration of a resolution of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2020-0216, authorizing an amendment to that certain casino revenue fund loan agreement in the amount of $4 million by and between City of Euclid as borrower and County of Cuyahoga, Ohio as lender, dated September 10, 2018, as authorized by Resolution number 2015-0171, dated November 10, 2015, which amendment reduces the interest rate of said loan.
And this will be referred to the Community Development Committee. Oh, yes. Committee report and consideration of a resolution of council for second reading.
Resolution number 2020-0209, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
And this item will move to the October 27th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Consideration of resolutions of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2020-0170, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program, available through the Ohio Public Works Commission on behalf of West Creek Conservancy for conservation of ecologically significant areas in the Big Creek, Stickney Creek Greenway in the cities of Brooklyn and Parma.
Move to adopt.
Second. Brady.
Thank you, Mr. President and colleagues. These, actually, this item and the two after our annual review and of resolutions for the Ohio Clean Act, Clean Ohio Fund, which we mandated to pass resolutions to enable these groups to actually qualify to receive grants. And we always take a supportive stance on this. So I ask my colleagues to do the same.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0171, supporting an application for funding under the Clean Ohio Fund Green Space Conservation Program for conservation of ecologically significant areas in Garden of 11 Angels in the city of Cleveland.
Move to adopt.
Second, Conwell. And can I have my name added, please?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a little different in a unique application for a site in the city of Cleveland at the site of, I believe it's the soil murder that they want to create in Angel Garden, a preservation piece for that. So it's a little bit different, and you know, it's interesting, and I hope that it gets consideration at the state.
All right. Any questions? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0173, supporting an application for funding for conservation of ecologically significant areas in West Creek Greenway expansion in the city of Parma.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Oh, I'm sorry. So this is another one, but Parma and West Creek is really successfully expanding their footprint throughout Parma and surrounding communities to really maintain some natural space, which is well needed in the county.
All right. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Legislation introduced by the executive.
I'm frozen.
Excuse me. Legislation introduced by the executive. Is there a problem?
I believe that Ms. Simon is frozen, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like she froze up, Gene.
Well, unfortunately, I guess we better move on. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of resolutions for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. The rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2020-0217, amending the 2020-2021 biennial operating budget for 2020 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations for appropriation transfers and for cash transfers.
Move to adopt.
Second.
President, my colleagues, this resolution is the regular fiscal agenda of budget amendments. Questions have been directed to OBM and the answers circulated to all members. The most notable item is the additional $1.9 million in appropriations for Microsoft licenses. This is an area of increasing costs for the county over the past few years that deserves additional efforts to prioritize and manage these costs. It does appear that the administration is moving in that direction, as part of what this appropriation does is centralize all these costs under the control of the IT department. Also notable, purely because of size, is the appropriation of $9.06 million for previously approved road and bridge projects. Finally, the other notable item is that I'm pleased to report that we received 2 bequests totaling $234,143 for the dog kennels, for which the appropriation is included in this item. I support passage of this resolution on first reading suspension.
All right, any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
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 All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0218, accepting the rates as determined by the Budget Commission, authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county fiscal officer.
Mr. President, move to substitute.
All righty.
Mr. Miller, can you do a motion to bring it up on the floor first and a second, then substitute?
Okay, I will so move.
Second.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Go ahead, Councilman.
Okay, I move to substitute, and the substitute simply corrects a typographical error so that the tax rate for inside millage debt service is set at 0.45 mils rather than 0.5 mils. After the substitute is approved, I will explain the full resolution. May I have a second on my motion to substitute?
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All those in favor of the substitution, say aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. Go ahead, Councilman.
Mr. President, my colleagues, this is a routine resolution that the county is required by state law to pass every year to set and allocate the property tax rates for the coming year. The most notable aspect is that each year the millage inside the 10 mil limit must be allocated with between unrestricted general fund and debt service. The allocation for the coming year is 1.0 mils for the unrestricted general fund and 0.45 mils for debt service. Compared to last year, this allocation reflects 0.01 mils additional for the general fund and 0.01 mils less for debt service, a result that is achieved because of bond retirements and refinancing. Usually this resolution is sent for a quick review in Finance and Budgeting Committee, but we are already a little bit late in filing, so I support passage on first reading suspension as substituted.
All right, all those in favor of adoption of the resolution as substituted, aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution as substituted is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0219, approving a proposed settlement in the matter of Janet Louder versus Cuyahoga County et al., United States District Court, Northern District of Ohio, Eastern Division, case number 1-19-CV-02873, authorizing the county executive and/or his designee to execute the settlement agreement and any related documentation, authorizing the appropriation of funds for payment of settlement amounts set forth herein.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Conwell.
Moved and seconded by Conwell. This item was discussed again in executive session. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0220, approving a memorandum of understanding regarding the use of correctional crime officers at Cuyahoga County Correctional Facilities between Cuyahoga County and Ohio Patrolmen's Benevolent Association, representing approximately 665 employees in the classification of corrections officer at the Sheriff's Department, directing that funds necessary to implement the memorandum of understanding be budgeted and appropriated.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
And seconded. This is also an item that we discussed today in executive committee. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2020-0221, confirming the county executive's appointment of Chief Michael Cannon to serve on the Cuyahoga County Corrections Planning Board for an unexpired term ending January 1, 2022.
And this will be referred to Human Resources.
Resolution number 2020-0222, confirming the county executive's appointment or reappointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga Regional HIV Health Services Planning Council for the term October 28, 2020 through October 27, 2023, as printed on the agenda.
And this will be referred also to HR and appointments. Committee report and consideration of a resolution for second reading.
Resolution number 2020-0213, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1800-177 with Relics Incorporated, doing business as LexisNexis, a division of Relics Incorporated, for print and online legal research services for various county departments and agencies for the period January 1, 2018 through December 31, 2020, to extend the time period to December 31, 2023, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $723,091.20.
And this item will be moved to the October 27th council agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Consideration of a resolution for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2020-0212, authorizing an agreement between Cuyahoga County and Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas Juvenile Division in the amount not to exceed $709,500 to provide funding for the court to pay hazard pay to certain of its employees in accordance with the Coronavirus Relief Fund established by Section 5001 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act for the period October 16, 2020 through January 8, 2021, which agreement has potential collective bargaining implications.
Move to adopt.
Second, Miller.
Thank you. This was also discussed in executive session, I believe for the second time. Are there any discussion or comments before we vote on this item?
Mr. President,
Yes, Council.
Simon,
Yes.
I'm going to support this and also will pursue some exploration to see about expanding the relief to the juvenile court employees.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Anybody else? Okay.
I'm
All
in
the-
support. This is Councilwoman Stevens. I'm in support of her endeavor. So I would like to make sure that we all learn more about what the needs are at the juvenile facility.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Mr.
All the-
President,
Go ahead.
Mr. President, my colleagues, I'm also in support of Ms. Simon and Ms. Stevens' initiative. Thank you.
All righty. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Have it. The resolution is adopted.
Aye.
Committee report and consideration of a resolution for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2020-0178, confirming the county executive's appointment of Mary Lee Santiago to serve on the Cuyahoga County Division of Children and Family Services Advisory Board for an unexpired term ending February 28, 2023.
Move to adopt.
Second, Miller.
Thank you. Council President, this item was heard last week in the Human Resource Appointment and Equity Committee meeting. Ms. Santiago demonstrated a sincere interest and the skills necessary to fulfill this board, so I respectfully request my colleagues' support.
Thank you. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Those opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of a resolution for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2020-0181, authorizing the transfer of real property located at Crocker Road and Schwartz Road, permanent parcel number 216-10012, to the city of Westlake, authorizing the county executive to execute the quitclaim deed and all other documents consistent with this resolution.
Motion to adopt.
Second, Conwell.
Mr. President, this is third reading. Heard this prior at the September 23rd Public Works Committee meeting. And this is a small parcel that is non-buildable due to small size and shape. And the county currently has the duty to maintain the parcel, but after the transfer, the duty of maintenance will be shifted to the city of Westlake, and it will be transferred or donated to Westlake. And the valuation for the tax purposes is approximately $1,000. So I would request my colleagues' support on this.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of an ordinance for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance number 2020-0017, enacting Chapter 726 of the Ihog County Code to establish a sports facility reserve fund for collecting and expending funds related to sports facilities in which a major league sports team plays its regular season games.
All right, we'll be referring this to finance and budget. Any miscellaneous committee reports?
Mr. President,
Councilman Miller?
and my colleagues, the Finance and Budgeting Committee, will meet at our next regularly scheduled time on Monday, October 19th at 1 p.m. to hear the one item referred today on the Sports Facility Fund. I expect the meeting to be relatively short and will not interfere with anyone's plans to attend the public viewing for Purnell Jones Sr. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman.
Council President, this is Chantel, Councilwoman Brown. The Human Resource Appointment and Equity will meet on Tuesday, October 20th for the items referred.
Thank you.
Council President, the Community Development Committee will meet Monday, October 19th at 10 a.m. our regular time. And Councilwoman Stevens has graciously agreed to chair the committee and on my behalf.
Thank you, Councilman. Anybody else? All right, any miscellaneous business?
Yes, Mr. President, I
Yes.
just want to say and compliment the Board of Election staff. I had an opportunity to go down there yesterday. It was so professionally done. Everything about it was with a proper amount of social distancing and everything about it. So sometimes our colleagues in county government get hit by the media. I hope the media was down there to see how well it's being done, everything about it, and very, very professional. And so compliments to everybody involved in the way they set it up, the way it's been operating.
Thank you, Councilman. I was down there as well, and I concur. There are no other comments. This council meeting is adjourned.